And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb-bearing seed. To you it shall be for food. Genesis 1:29. Man did eat angels' food. He sent them meat to the full. Psalm 78:25. Everyday Manna with Lisa.
All righty, now we are ready to assemble some things. Okay, remember this is the pan that we did our browned our chicken in. I'm just going to put that back over like medium-high heat. I've got my potatoes on and they've started cooking. I've got my cake out and I've got that components ready to go, and we're going to make our sauce. Now, these drippings have a lot of flavor in them, okay? So this is what we're going to build our sauce with. We've got our zest that we zested our 2 lemons, because I really like the flavor of lemon zest. We've also got the juice from those lemons, which totals about, I don't know, 1/4 of a cup or so. Okay, turn it up. And then you want to use a whisk or something to get those brown bits up off the bottom of your skillet, because that is flavor, my friends, and you do not want to waste that flavor. I also have here some heavy whipping cream. You could use half and half if you wanted to. I just happen to have a carton of the heavy whipping cream. But if you wanted to use half and half, you could. I think the heavy whipping cream adds more flavor to it. Whisk that together. Bring it up to like a simmer. I took the chicken out of the oven for the moment. It's not done yet. Then I've got some grated Parmesan cheese. Bobby says there's a couple of lines open right now. About a cup of grated Parmesan cheese. Oh, that is my favorite cheese. I love Parm. I just love it. That's going to add flavor, of course, but it's also going to add some thickness to your sauce. We're just going to kind of let that melt in there. I'm going to take a little bit of parsley and chop it and add to that. Maybe. I am. There we go. Get my knife. Get my parsley off my cake rounds. Okay, we're just going to add some freshly chopped parsley. You've watched me chop it a bunch of times. All right, our potatoes are up to a simmer. We're going to put this sauce back over the chicken and back in the oven it goes. If you wanted to transfer this to a crock pot at this point, you could. Would be fine. Add a little bit of chopped parsley to that. Whisk all that together. Pour it over your chicken. Okay? And then put the chicken back in the oven. And that makes a wonderful sauce that you could serve with alongside some noodles or anything you wanted, really. Because that gravy's too good to not eat. Okay? We're going to put this back in our oven for about 15 minutes or so, or until your chicken is cooked through. And there is a quick and easy chicken in lemon sauce. Could not be simpler. Now, we've got our cake layers, and I've got one of my layers here. Let me get my parsley out of the way because I don't need that for my cake. All right. The second layer I split in half. The first layer I didn't, but the second one I did. Okay. So it's cut in half horizontally. I just used a serrated knife to cut it in half. Now, the first thing you want to do, let me get this where I can work. My assistant's taking a break. Is take your wonderful mixture that you made, all right, and about 1/3 of this will go on your cake, okay? This is our filling, our frosting, our deliciousness. Okay, just put about a third. If you want to put it in a piping bag to make it all fancy, absolutely you can. I'm not, but you can. Okay, then we're going to take our strawberries. We're going to get another spoon here. And remember, these are the sliced strawberries with that glaze. And we're going to put some of these in the middle. Not too many, because you don't want this to be too high, okay? You absolutely, because we've got another couple of layers here to go. And then take one of your layers, and I'm going to use the bottom layer because I want to use this top layer for the top. And place that on there, okay? And repeat the process. Just put some of your, I need my little frosting spatulas. I don't know where, I guess they're back in the, being washed. Let me find my, yeah, that'll work, thank you. Those little offset spatulas are perfect for this kind of thing. So I'm going to just put this there. And again, you could use any flavored cake that you want. Those metal ones that are the offset, no, the metal ones that are the, have like the little dip in them. She's probably got them in the back. It's okay. Not a problem. I can do it this way. We have 37 minutes left in tonight's segment. So you need to be on the phone calling. This, by the way, is called an offset spatula, and it just works wonders for frosting. Or anytime you need to spread something. This is the kicker right there. That's what you want. Okay, we're just going to spread this over our layer. And this is a homemade cake. It's not going to look perfect. It shouldn't look perfect. It should be delicious and look delicious, which it will. Okay, so spread that to the edges. Remember, you got another layer to go, so don't use all your whipped topping here. Okay, and then another layer of strawberries. A few. Okay. Save some for the top. Okay. Oh, if you're like me and you like strawberries, this is just a dream dessert. Let me use this one. Nope, let me get a clean one. For your copy of the latest Everyday Manna Cookbook, 247 brand new recipes for you. And there's your final layer on the top. Bobby says there's 2 lines open right now. Put the remaining part of your filling on top. Scrape it all out. We've got 35 minutes left in tonight's segment. So you need to be on the phone calling. This is the first time this cookbook has been presented. It's brand new. Sheila didn't even realize it was in. She knew I was doing it, but she didn't even realize until very recently that it was here. But we travel, I mean, we work together, but she's doing one thing and I'm doing another. So we don't always cross paths. And I'm just going to gently spread this out over the top of my beautiful cake. And I really want to eat this. Really, really, really. One of my, if not my favorite. I think strawberry shortcakes. This is like a big strawberry shortcake. So it's very hard, honestly, for me to resist this. If some of your strawberries come out, that's okay. It just means they're going to taste good. And you want, now this one is where you just pile it on and let them spill over. We're just using the rest of our strawberries. And if they fall down on the plate, that's even better. Because that's kind of what you want it to do. You want there to be a lot of strawberries. What, Bobby? Bobby says this looks good, and I do agree. I just could eat that whole thing myself. There is a fresh strawberry cake for you to make any time of the year, but especially when those strawberries are in season. Sheila, we want to just take this and save me a piece, please. Make sure that does not all get gone. I want a piece of that beautiful strawberry cake. That's our fresh strawberry cake. How are our potatoes coming along, Austin?
Oh, they seem to be doing
Turn
good.
my board back over. I keep knocking off my books. Are they getting soft? Let's get a little knife and find out. Let me get a little paring knife. For your copy of the latest Everyday Manna Cookbook, I need a spoon that has holes in it. What, Bobby? Okay, Bobby says you can get through right now. No, they're not done. They need a few more minutes. So let's get started on our Greek peas. I discovered this when we went to a little Greek village in Tarpon Springs, Florida, and I have been in love ever since. I love Greek peas. They are so good. I have here 2 bags of frozen peas because fresh peas are very hard to come by unless you have a garden. All right, Austin, those are thawed a little bit.
That was a big old frozen chunk.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to spread it out. It's not really, it's just...
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, our chicken is baking. It's a little bit of ice. Get that out. They're okay. Now, would you add that to that? And we are going to add just a little tiny bit of onion. I don't want too much in there. Just a little bit. And how many lines we got, Bobby? 1 line open right now. You can get through. If you call right now, don't wait till we go back to the phone room, because we are going to go back to the phone room in a few minutes. And don't wait till we go back there, because that's when the phone lines will just lock down. Because people like to watch me cook, and then when we go back there, they start calling and they get busy signal. Or it rings and rings and rings. If I don't have enough people, it just rings and rings. So you just be patient. Somebody will get you. Or hit the redial button. All right? I don't want all this onion. I just want a little bit. So I'm just going to add a couple of tablespoons or so of onion. You don't want too much. All right? That's going to make my eyes water. So we're going to put that in that bowl and set that aside for another use. Because what I do, by the way, if I'm cooking and I don't need the whole onion, I'll go ahead and chop it and put it in a bowl and put it in my freezer. And then when I need chopped onion, it's ready to go. Just take it out of the freezer. So don't throw that away. Make sure that you save that for another use. Now I have here, you can use dried dill or fresh dill, either one. I have here some fresh dill. Remember, if you're using fresh herbs, you need 3 times as much. So if a recipe calls for 1 teaspoon, let's say, of dried herb, then you need 3 times as much of the fresh, because the dried is much more concentrated in its flavor. This is fresh dill, which is absolutely delicious. And if you've never tried peas with dill in them or lima beans with dill in them, you're missing something, because it really is very, very good. So there's some fresh dill. If you don't have fresh, you can use dried. So whatever you've got will be fine. We're going to add some salt and pepper. We've got 29 minutes left in tonight's segment. We're just going to let those go, put it on low, and let those heat up. Heat through that onion to cook. You could saute the onion first if you wanted to. Okay, I have a lid somewhere. I don't know where, but I have a lid somewhere for that pot. If somebody could find that lid for me, because I need to cover that up. Let that go. Let that simmer for just a few more minutes. And then we will finish up our potatoes. They will be done. Let me clear off my workspace here. For your copy of the latest Everyday Manna cookbook, that is this one, we have all kinds of recipes in here. There are 247 new recipes for you to try. Austin's going to cook every one of them. Now, there are 247 new recipes in here for you. And be sure to let the phone operator know when you call. If you want to see Austin and Aaron, I got to hear from you. If you want to see the two of them hosting their own Everyday Manna show, I think that would be cool. I think you should do 2 or 3 of them.
I'll do it.
Yeah, you'll do it. You cook. We got to get you grilling. All kinds of stuff. Thank you for supporting Christian television. Again, I do want to remind you, you're not buying the cookbook. You are supporting Christian television. And in return, we want to send you a copy of the latest Everyday Manna cookbook. How much longer do I have on that chicken?
3 minutes.
About 3 or 4 minutes? Okay. Not exactly the right lid, but it'll work. It'll hold in the steam, which is what I want. So our potatoes are cooking. Bobby, how many did you say? They're jammed?
I said jammed up.
Okay, the lines are jammed. I need my strainer. Where is the strainer? Okay, those are done. How do you know when a potato is done? When a fork or a knife enters into it without any resistance. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use my pasta pot strainer. Okay, that'll work. You make do with what you have handy. Because we're live, you know, and sometimes we don't have exactly what we need on hand. So we improvise. Because that's what we do at home, isn't it? All right, what I'm going to do is drain these potatoes because we need to make the sauce. These are very hot. Just drain them. There's a couple of reasons that I used the Yukon Gold, because I think when you use the Idaho potatoes, they cook away. Sometimes they just cook into nothing, but those hold their shape really well. Either the Yukon Gold or the little red potatoes, either one. That is just some butter. All right, we're just going to get a clean. You can use that whisk, it's fine.
Oh, that's
this.
clean.
Okay, either one. We're going to melt that butter, Austin. Okay. Just till that melts. I'm going to add a little salt and pepper to that because we did not yet salt the potatoes. We have 26 minutes left in tonight's segment. So you need to be on the phone. For your copy of the latest Everyday Manna cookbook, 247 brand new recipes for your donation to Living Faith Television. You're not purchasing the cookbook. I want to say that yet again because that's not what you're doing. What you're doing is supporting Christian television, and in return, we want to send you the cookbook. Now that is just some more heavy cream. Again, you could use milk or half and half or even evaporated milk if that's what you have. That's just what I have on hand. And cheese, because these are an Alfredo-based potato. Stir that together, and then stir in your potatoes. Okay, gently, Austin, really gently. Stir those in. And there you go. That's all you got to do. You've made a wonderful creamy sauce for those potatoes. And oh, it's okay if they break up a little bit. It just makes it thicker, that starch coming out. Just makes that thicker. Look at me. I got my fork ready to go. I need to not have my fork ready to go. Okay, chicken is done, Sheila says. So let's check our chicken. There's our Greek peas. We got 24 minutes left in tonight's segment. There's your wonderful potatoes Alfredo, which is on page 31 of your Everyday Manna cookbook, the brand new one. All right, Austin, let's get the chicken out of the oven and serve the chicken. All righty. Oh, this is very hot, but look how good that looks. Yum, yum. That is very, very hot. And again, you could use chicken thighs if that's what you wanted to, or, you know, the chicken legs if that's what you like. Whatever kind of chicken that you like. I just so happen to prefer chicken breasts. But this is a wonderful lemon sauce that's over that with some fresh parsley. You could add mushrooms if you wanted to, if I was making it for this one. He loves mushrooms. I would saute some mushrooms up and add to that. Would be absolutely delicious. You could add some peas to that if you wanted to add some peas. Anything you wanted, you can add to it, but that is wonderful. I would serve that alongside, let's take that off so that don't burn, some pasta or egg noodle or something to soak up that sauce, you know, or you could serve it with these potatoes or regular mashed potatoes, and then our wonderful little Greek peas. Okay, these are pretty much done too. We're just simmering those in our tomato sauce. All of the recipes that you've watched us do tonight, start to finish, in real time. You've seen us do it all in real time. All of those recipes are in this cookbook. This is the brand new spring 2019 edition of Everyday Manna. 247 new recipes, some of which we've cooked here tonight. We've done a lot of stuff. Oh, I need my cheese ball. Let's get our cheese ball out of the refrigerator. And I will show you our cheese ball, which we did 3 hours ago. I guess it's been now. I'm going to grab my little serving dish that I have had set aside. And I just would serve this with some crackers, which is what I'm going to do here. Just alongside some, whatever kind of cracker you like, or you know, whatever you want to serve it with would be fine. Okay, there's my little cheese ball. How many? Excuse me. 3 lines open right now. There's some crackers that you could use. Or you could use, you know, vegetables of some kind. This needs a couple more hours truly to chill, but we're gonna pretend it's been the full length of time. So this will be not as firm as I would like it to be, but it's okay. It would firm up a little more if we had a little more chilling time, but we're doing this in real time. And I like to sprinkle the top of this with just some sliced almonds. Just adds a little texture, a little crunch, just a little bit of something to it that, You don't have to put those on there if you don't want to. You could leave them out. But there's our wonderful little cheese ball and our crackers, our delicious chicken in lemon sauce, our Greek peas, and our potatoes Alfredo, along with all of the other things that we have cooked tonight for you. I wonder what it's going to be. Do you think they're going to want to see you cook?
Probably.
Probably. All right, you heard him. We're going to go back to the phone room. We're going to see who's been calling. We're going to clean up this mess out here. So let's go to the phone room. Thank you for joining with us. Be sure that you call and get your copy of the Everyday Manna latest Spring 2019 cookbook. Thank you, partners, for supporting this ministry for many, many years. We've got wonderful things in store. I cannot wait until we get to do the grand opening ceremony at the chapel. It's going to be spectacular. I cannot wait for you to be able to join us live there. And hopefully, we'll be able to do some Everyday Mannas too down there with you present. Thank you for joining with us tonight. Out here, we're going to go back to the phone room and we're going to hear who's been calling tonight. There is a brand new Everyday Manna cookbook. We just received it. You are the first to see it. It has 247 brand new recipes contained in this book. This is the latest Everyday Manna cookbook. Now, if you've collected them, you need to add this one to your collection. It's never before seen recipes, never before done on television. I'm just starting this new series on Everyday Manna, so these are brand new recipes that have not been done on the program. You need to get your copy today. You can write Living Faith Television, P.O. Box 1867, Abingdon, Virginia, 24212 for your love gift of $50 or more to Living Faith Television. Remember, as I always say, you are not buying this cookbook. You are supporting Christian television, and in return, we send you the book.
Thank you for watching Everyday Manna with Lisa. This program is made possible by viewers like you. Your support is continually needed to keep Christian programming on the air. Please send your best financial gift to Living Faith Television in care of Everyday Manna, P.O. Box 1867, Abingdon, Virginia, 24212.